Hello, it's me. I know it's hard to recognize me with this new hat, but it is me. I went with this new hat because I kind of like the lighter color. So and it is actually really very warm. I might even venture out in public wearing these hats just because the nice thing about getting older is you cease to care so much about fitting in with everybody. Not that I ever really fit in, but it's not such a big deal now. It's like, whatever. So this is a short video. I just wanted to show off my hat, but one thing I wanted to say that, there's got to be some kind of a reason, right? I saw a really excellent video a couple days ago, a talk that Jerry DeWitt had, and how he encouraged atheists to go out and be vocal, whether they're angry atheists or just living their lives and not announcing it all the time. But just he encouraged us to not hide our beliefs, not hide the fact that we don't believe in the Christian God or in any gods. And I liked that message because that's kind of how I felt since I became an atheist. As a Christian, I was encouraged to tell the world my beliefs. But as an atheist, I'm not encouraged to tell the world my beliefs. I'm encouraged to keep quiet. And if I do say anything, it's all negative. It's always negative. Anytime I say something, just because it's not pro-God, it's anti-God. It's anti this religion that people want to think is really wonderful, which I don't think it is. It's negative. I'm being negative. I think it's really uneven. The playing field is uneven. It's what am I trying to think of? There's a word, and I'm not coming up with it. Well, anyway, it's not a fair playing field because atheists are supposed to be quiet about what they think. They're not supposed to be able to express their beliefs or their non-beliefs. But in a way, atheists and Christians and people of the kind of mentality that want to go and save people, we have that in common. Christians think that they're saving us by spewing the stuff that they've memorized since toddlerhood and just assume is true. Atheists, at least I can't speak for all atheists, obviously, and I can't, but I can speak for myself, and I suspect other former Christians-turned-atheists might have the same kind of compulsion. You still want to save people. You still want to take them from, you see people being led astray and lied to and pinning their hopes on something that is delusion, and you want to save them. You want to save them so they too can live their one precious life fully and in the full light of truth. Honestly, not this being misled and living to die. What a waste of a life to live to die. And then they die, and what comes after? Oblivion, most likely. And their chance is over. They have whittled away, that's my new favorite word, whittled away their lives following after a lie. And anybody who is a former Christian who's turned atheist and sees friends and family still caught up in that, the urge to want to save them from that is very strong. At least it is for me. I want to save I kind of wish somebody had saved me a long time ago, before I invested so many years of my life, not just believing in a lie, but believing the worst of myself, believing that I was a corrupt, sinful creature, and that without this divine being, I would be worthy of eternal damnation in hell and fire and burning forever for simply being born what I am and what the supposedly loving Creator made me to be. Anyway, so I'm sorry that it took me more than, well, I'm 50 now, so I'd have to say more than half my life to find what I believe now with all my heart. That's the other thing. When I was a Christian, I never really fully believed it was. It's like, okay, yeah, well, I found the right way, but who's to say what the right way is? There's so many religions in the world, and they all claim the same thing, and all those people that believe in those other religions all feel whatever it is they believe in strongly in their heart too, and have had personal relationships with whatever it is they believe too. So Christianity is not any different than any of these other religions. And Christians like to say, oh, Christianity is the one religion where God is reaching down to man instead of man reaching to God. No, it isn't. It's no different than any of the other religions. So, because all these other religions also have savior figures that are bridging the gap between humans and God. So, really, there's not any difference. However, atheism is all about not needing this crutch, not needing to have an imaginary friend to feel good about yourself, becoming okay with being alone, and just enjoying your life and celebrating your life and taking advantage of every day to discover who you are and be who you are and better who you are and help others. Not go to some church and pray, but actually do something to help others. I'm an atheist, and last summer I was walking out of a Starbucks, and there was a black man sitting on the outside of the Starbucks in one of those little tables, an elderly gentleman. And as soon as he started talking, I knew he was a beggar. So I did my usual tune him out and keep walking, because I have been scammed so many times by people who probably make more money than I do begging. And so I tuned him out and started walking, and then I realized what this man was saying to me. And what he was saying is, I'm hungry, I need food, I'm hungry. He wasn't asking me for money. He was asking for food. And it's amazing. I didn't, because I've never heard, this was entirely different than somebody asking for money where you could go and buy drugs or alcohol. I did an about face, and I told him, I'll be right back. And I went into the Starbucks, and I was going to get him a scone. And then I realized as I was in there that he can't just have a scone. So I got him the biggest size drip coffee I could to go with his scone, and sugars and cream, and walked out and handed it to him. And so he had something to eat. And hey, I'm an atheist. All it did for me was it gave me a good feeling. I wasn't getting brownie points. I wasn't like hoping that there was a imaginary guy in the sky looking down on me with approval. I was doing it because there was a fellow human being who was in a bad way, and I wanted to help him, and it made me feel good. In fact, I went home and I seriously contemplated bringing him food from my house. But I didn't want to come back and do that. I decided that would be, that might hurt his pride. So anyway, I really, I don't think that atheists are bad people for wanting to be heard and speak out and say, you know what, I'm happier now. And I guess I'm talking about former believers turned atheists, and the ones like me who are happier now and feel more wonder and amazement at the world and the universe around them than they ever did before. And to understand your place and how you fit in, and really appreciate this brief little moment you get. You know, we're star stuff, but we're conscious of what is around us. We are able to think and truly appreciate something that is otherwise, you know, without people, without living beings to look out and appreciate. It truly is just, you know. Anyway, this is starting to go nowhere, so I'm going to end it. I just wanted to say that I think Christians who fault atheists for getting on YouTube or getting on Facebook or getting on anything and try to stand on the rooftops and exclaim what they have found, the truth that they have found. Christians who criticize atheists for doing that, it's wrong. We have every right. If you thought you've had the truth finally, and you thought that your friend or your family were walking in darkness and being led astray and basically being harmed by something, wouldn't you want to stop that? Wouldn't you want to try to tell them that there is another way? You know? So anyway, thank you for listening. Bye.